Hi, Sabrina here from Cakes by Sabrina, and I'm going to give you guys a tutorial on this beautiful flower here. I have it right here on top of one of my granny top beanies. This was made with cotton and this was made with wash yarn. So let's get started. What you're going to be needing for this project is yarn, any type of yarn. I'll be using the same white wash yarn, which is Caron or Red Heart yarn. You can use any of those. That's what I'll be using for this white flower. For this flower, I used Peaches and Cream. It was a variegated yarn, and that's what I used for this one. So let's get started. You're going to be needing an H hook, which is a 5mm hook, and yarn. I'm going to do a slip knot, and what I like to do is put the yarn right over my hands, hold it down with my 2 fingers, wrap it around twice around my other 2 fingers, and slip it right underneath that other thread. Now I put my hook through and I just pull snug. We're going to chain up 5, wrap the yarn around, 1, wrap the yarn around, going through the loop, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slip stitch in the first chain. Chain up 1. Now we have a hoop circle loopy thing right in the center here, and we're going to single crochet into that loop. So you're going to bring your hook through, pull the yarn through, and then wrap the yarn around and go through both loops. Let's do that one more time. You're going to go into the loop, bring the yarn through, wrap the yarn around, and pull through both loops. That's 2 that we just did. We're going to continue around and do 10, sorry. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now our first chain 1, we're going to slip stitch in that. And we're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip a stitch and move along to the next and put a single crochet. And then chain up 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do the same thing. Skip a stitch, move along to the next, single crochet. Chain up 3. 1, 2, 3. Skip a stitch, move to the next, single crochet, chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. Skip a stitch, move along to the next, single crochet, chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to skip a stitch, move along to the next, and single crochet. And now we should have 5 space loops. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to wrap the yarn around twice over our hook, and we're going to go into these loops. So you're going to put your hook right into that loop, pull the yarn through, wrap the yarn around, pull through 2, wrap the yarn around, pull through 2, wrap the yarn around, and pull through 2. That's a triple crochet. We're going to do 6 of those in these loops, 6 in each loop here. So first let's get started with this one. We already did 1. We're going to wrap the yarn around twice again, go into that loop space, wrap the yarn around, pull through 2, wrap the yarn around, pull through 2, wrap the yarn around, pull through 2. That's 2. Wrap the yarn around twice, go into that loop, same loop, and pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay, so 3. Continue until you have 6. 4. Five, the last one, 6, and just count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct. Now into this space right here, we did a chain 1 right here. We're going to go right into that space that we did our chain 1, not the very top. We're going to go right into this space right here, and we're going to do another chain 1. Well, single crochet, not chain 1. Sorry. So we got this other loop here, and we're going to do 6 double crochets into that loop. So we're going to wrap the yarn around twice, go into that loop, pull it through, wrap around, pull through 2, wrap around, pull through 2, wrap around, pull through 2. Do that 6 times. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and that's all we need. It's about to do more. So we're going to go back into this space right here and single crochet, bringing the yarn up and pull through. Go into the next loop, and we're going to continue this all the way around to all 5 petals are done. So we're going to wrap the yarn around twice, go into that loop, pull through, wrap around, pull through 2, wrap around, pull through 2, wrap around, pull through 2. That's 1, 2, we're doing triple crochets, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go in our single crochet right here. Move along to the next. Put 6 triple crochets into that loop space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And right here into this space that we did our single crochet, we're going to go right back down to that space and do a single crochet. Last loop, let's put 6 triple crochets into that loop. First one's always kind of tight to do, but you get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last one, 6. Now we're going to single crochet into that space next to it, right in there, and we are pretty much done with that part. Now the more difficult part. Okay, let me bring my yarn around. This is the front of the flower. We're gonna flip it over. Ah! I hit my camera. Sorry, apologize for that. Okay, you see the loops that we did here, and we see our spaces that we have our loops in. We're gonna go into this space and this space, which is where we ended up at. And to do this, I like to fold it down and go into both loops. I'm going to wrap the yarn around and pull through and do a slip stitch. See that? We're going to chain up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to move along to the next one. This loop and this loop. See that? There's 2 spaces that are in between. Wrap the yarn around, bring it through, slip stitch it. Ah! Do it again. It's kind of hard to get there, but you'll get it. Slip stitch and chain up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go into the next 2 loops. Space 1 and 2. Wrap the yarn around, pull through. Then we're going to pull through that loop. Chain up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to both loops here. Wrap the yarn around, go through that loop, do a slip stitch in a way, and then chain up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to the next loop, wrap the yarn around, pull that yarn right through, then we're going to pull it through our last loop here, and chain up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is our last one, and we don't need to go around. We're just going to go right into that slip stitch space that we did here, like right in between there. Doesn't really have to be perfect. We're going to do another slip stitch. Now we're going to work in these loops here that we just did. It's these loopies. And to do that, we're going to wrap the yarn around twice. And we're going to go into those loops, pull through, wrap around, pull through 2, wrap around, pull through 2, wrap around, pull through 2. Triple crochet. We're going to put 12 in each of these loops. So that was our first one. Let's continue until we get to 12 in the same loop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, last one, 12. And I have an incoming call. Hello? Okay, nobody really important. Sorry about that. Now, you know where we did our slip stitch right in there? See that right there? We're going to go right in there and do another slip stitch to bring this down. And we're going to wrap the yarn around twice and go into our next loop and put 12 triple crochets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, 12. Now we're going to slip stitch into that space that we did our other slip stitch. Same thing. Bring the yarn through. There it is. And I like to pull the yarn just a little bit and wrap the yarn around twice. We're going to go in our next loop and put 12 triple crochets. There's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now in our slip stitch that we did right here, I'm going to go in there, do another slip stitch, and wrap the yarn around twice, go into the next loop, and do a triple crochet. And now we're going to do 12 triple crochets. We got 2 more petals to go. So 12 triple crochets into that loop. It's 2, 3, 4, oops, let's do that one again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we're going to slip stitch into that slip stitch space right there. Wrap the yarn around twice, go in our last loop, and 12 triple crochets. That's 1, 2, do that one again, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to slip stitch all in the bottom there. And I like to just chain up 1 to give it that tug. I'm going to fasten off. And I'm going to pull this right through. And I'm going to weave in this end to the other end. So I'm going to pull it through that. Through that. I'll go through these. And I'm back at these two, and I like to tie them together to give them that. I'm going to cut off the rest of my ends, but you don't really have to if you want to use your ends to sew it onto something. Now flip it over, and there's your flower. 2 of them here. There's one, there's the other one, and there's the one in the cotton. So here's your Oopsie Daisy flower. I hope you had fun crocheting it. I did. Had a little difficulties with it, but we all have mistakes, but look at how pretty that is. And it lifts up. That's the best part about these flowers. The petals just lift up and it gives it that 3D effect. So please share with me yours. Comment below. Let me know if you have any questions or any comments or anything like that. Just comment below, and please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.